the three linebackers a lot of times because it is, Big Ten is still, there's power teams, and there are spread teams, but there's, I guess you have to be flexible. Right?
You do have to be flexible, but I think it's more about how we're built defensively, how we're structured schematically. That is why we choose to be, in what you would see on first and second down for the most part with three linebackers out there.
There's a guy like Josie who's already accomplished so much. Is there a next step you're looking for him to take next year?
Of course there is. There's leadership. I believe that can continue to increase. I think his level of play can increase as well. I think his knowledge of the game certainly can increase. I think and he recognizes that. That's all the challenges that I have as a coach. It's the challenges that he has as an accomplished player up to this point. Is how can he continue to grow? And I think you got to start with what he brings from a leadership standpoint, because he certainly is. He's out in front of our defense, and he's got to take that on. But he's also got to take on the fact that there's growth football wise, and he's challenged with it every day. There's, as I mentioned earlier, whatever stress that we can put on him when he's in there, and those older guys, the veteran guys, it's going to be better for us because we can create a real tough situation for them to be in. And if they push through it, then they're certainly getting better individually, and we're getting better defensively.
Do you look for you have a group of senior starters, and then you guys get pretty young there at linebacker. Do you being a special teams coach, do you expect them to kind of show up there, kind of grow there, and are you counting on them? Young guys.
You do. That's in kind of the way this program is built, and special teams is certainly a pillar of this program. And anytime that you can find a way, and certainly I've got ownership in it. I work with our punt team. I coach the linebacker position, and if your linebackers aren't involved in special teams, then something's wrong. I mean, those are the bodies that you're looking for. So, the growth would start there. You guys saw the beginning of practice today, so you saw us out there and punt. What you didn't see is at the end of practice, we had another 6 or 8 minute period that was completely designed around the fundamental work special teams wise. And you're looking at those guys, in evaluation period, you're looking at them, special teams wise, just to see how they move. And but they certainly have to be involved in special teams. And from there, you're going to get your game growth. You're going to get your experience just from being, out there on the field in a Big Ten setting. And then hopefully that allows them to settle in and find a better role, or find a role that they're improving on linebacker wise.
Spring's the time of year where people start asking breakout players because it's the topic of conversation. As a coach, are there specific traits you see with guys that are consistent who end up falling into that category?
You're saying were they just kind of show up out of nowhere, or are you talking?
Breakout guys who exceed expectations, probably might change their spot in the depth chart from second team to first team. Are there consistent traits you see with guys kind of exceed their expectations?
Well, it typically is going to be your mentally tough. That's the tough thing about us defensively is there is a lot that goes into it, and it may not appear to be that way when you're looking at it from afar, but there's a lot that goes into it, and in order to push through defensively at Iowa, you've got to be extremely mentally tough. You've got to be mentally focused. You've got to have an internal drive that is, that's driving you past the fact that you're just out there playing football. And to me, it's pretty easy. We've recruited all these guys because they were very good high school players and very good football players. But when you get here, there's so much more that that's on you defensively, and especially at the linebacker position. That if you're going to break through, if you're going to push through, then you've got to find somebody that's driven to, that's internally driven to do the things off the field, outside of the classroom, outside of the fact that I've got them for an hour or so a day meeting wise. They've got to do it on their own, and if they're doing that, then there's a good chance that they'll end up pushing through, they'll end up breaking through.